Hey friends, it's Lisa. Welcome and thank you for watching another one of my videos. So today's video, as you may have already know from the title, is my February 2019 candle and wax picks. February is a short month, but for me it's a very busy month. I feel like pretty much everybody in my family is born in February. There just seems to be that big holiday that begins with a V that may or may not be important to some people. You know, some people have President's Day off, some people don't. I just feel like a lot is always packed into February. And then of course the weather is always poor. At least here in Pennsylvania, this is like our time where we're going to start getting our nasty, nasty snowstorms and our blizzards and just ugh. But I decided to go into my collection and pick some candles and wax that I thought would make me happy and help me get through this crap month. Because honestly, January and February for me are my least favorite months. And so once we get past that, I will be in a much better mental state. So the first candle that I got out of my collection, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring up my notes, and by notes, Google. I started this candle last year. I didn't get through it, so I'm bringing it back this year, and it is the Snow in Love candle from Yankee. This is part of their festive collection, and this I actually found at an outlet a few years ago, so it does have that yellow outlet label. It's hard to see. I think it would be hard to see through this camera, but it's not exactly a white wax. It is the most delicate baby pink color wax. It's like, it looks white, but it is just on that cusp of where pink and white meet. Now, this to me is a very hard candle to describe, and so thanks to Google, I've found a website that pinned it down for me, and once I read it, I was like, oh yeah. So they're saying, and this is from a website called candlesdirect.com, they're saying that this is a delightful blend of creamy, comforting woods and wintry powder freshness. And like once that was put into my head, I'm like, oh yeah, because I did smell the powdery notes, but I didn't know what the other things were. And so now I'm like, oh, I kind of get where it'd be like a leaf scent, but not like so far in the fall direction. It's a really nice candle. From what I remember from last year when I was burning it, it was a very light throwing candle. So I'm gonna try to get through it this month and hopefully not have to put it back into my collection. But as you can see from the previous burns, it burned really cleanly. I mean, there's not any soot. The wax is still very clean in terms of being that natural pinkish white color. So I'm looking forward to another good experience with this candle again this month. Another candle that I pulled out last year for February, although I didn't even touch it, it's never been burned, is chocolate layer cake, and this is also a Yankee. Look at that cake. So, oh my god, this straight up smells to me like chocolate frosting from, you know, like a Pillsbury or a Betty Crocker can. It just smells so rich and over the top. It smells delicious. I'm coming around to chocolate cake. I've said multiple times in other videos, I'm very weird about my chocolates. I love brownies, I love fudge, but I don't like chocolate cake. And I still hold true to that, but I used to like never eat chocolate cake, and now like at work, if there's cake and there's only chocolate, I used to walk away from it, and now I'm like, I'll have like 2 bites, and I'm like, it's okay. So, and I consider that coming around to chocolate. But I brought it out again for this month. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it, but for me, chocolate kind of goes into the whole Valentine's Day celebration. So yeah. So since we have chocolate layer cake from Yankee, I had to go and pull out from my Bath and Body Works stash this hot cocoa and cream 1-wick jar candle. And Bath and Body Works says this is decadent milk chocolate, fresh steamed milk, and mini marshmallows. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's not on cold as over the top chocolatey as the Yankee. The Yankee, I smell it, I'm like, oh my god, that's chocolate. This is more, I should say, this is less intense. Not more, it's less intense. And I do feel like this is more of a hot chocolate versus chocolate icing from a can, if that makes sense. And I think that is because they're saying that they're pulling the notes of the marshmallow and the steamed milk. Where the other chocolate candle for me is just like chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. So I look forward to burning this one. I have another Bath and Body Works 1-wick, and this is Pink Petal Tea Cake. And this one is fresh. There's no fresh, I apologize. It is pink rose petals, pound cake, and vanilla glaze. And this just smells delightful. This just smells light and airy and feminine, and you know, I'm going to a Galentine's brunch next week, and I feel like this is just something that you would have at like a girls' brunch, or, you know, you're going to have afternoon tea. It just celebrates the daintiness of things, if that makes sense. Like scones and, you know, little sugar cubes and things like that, and just like laughing with your friends. So I'm pretty excited for this one. I thought I would bring out the last of the 1-wicks that I have, and this one is French baguette. And this is warm baked bread, toasted crust, fresh sea salt. Yeah, that's that. That is that. Like straight up, that is that. It just smells so yeasty, which sounds so strange to say that. Like, it smells yeasty, but it does. It smells really good. If you are a carb lover and you love your breads, your like Italian breads and your French breads, that is what this candle smells like. Now, whether that translates into a great burning experience, I don't know. I burned a couple months ago a salted pretzel candle from Yankee, and it was strange because on cold it was like, that's a pretzel, and then as I was burning it, it was both confusing to my brain, like, why, but also that is really awesome. So I feel like this bread candle is going to fall into that category where my brain just can't handle if it's a great smell that I like, or if it's like very strange, doesn't compute smell. So we'll see. The next candle I have is kind of indescribable to me, and honestly, I've never even opened it. And that's because it is a candle from IKEA. And this is the Luga, I don't know, I'm not Swedish, candle. This, I believe when I smelled the sample at IKEA a while ago, was very like just undescribably floral, like a powdery floral. But you know what? I hope you guys don't get triggered by plastic. I can open it and we can smell it together, so that I might have to do a cut here while I struggle with this plastic. Ooh, or just to have the lid pop off. So here it is. This is, it doesn't even have, it just has like the IKEA, you know, like icon. It just says 20 hours, and here's the image on the actual lid. But yeah, this smells like, not quite like rose, but it does smell floral, and it does also have maybe like a baby powder-ish type of scent. So it's kind of like a delicate floral. So yeah. It's been a while since I burned an IKEA candle, so I can't really speak yet to the quality of the candle, but I had bought this a while ago. I thought it was really cute. I liked the little container. I liked the color, and I think it's gonna fit well in with February. The next candle that I have was part of the spring 2017 collection. Now this candle to me was confusing because when I think of the candle name, I have a very specific pastry that comes to mind, but that's not what this candle captures. And the candle that I'm talking about is Yankee Candle's Rainbow Cookie. I don't know if you guys remember when this one came out, and actually I don't even know if this is something that is still available. I just looked on Yankee Candle's website and I don't think it popped up, so I think it was one of the ones that like was here for a year, didn't do very well, and has gone into oblivion or to the outlets. And the reason why this candle confuses me is because there is an actual cookie called Rainbow Cookie, especially in the Italian communities. Now, I'm not Italian, but I lived in New York for a couple years, and the Rainbow Cookie was a delicacy, and it was a staple up there. Certain people made it only around Christmas. Other people, you could get it year round at the bakeries, but it was a chocolate covered tri-layer. There was like raspberry, I don't know, it was like pink, yellow, green, and then there was raspberry jam in the middle of it, and it was fantastic. It was one of the 3 things that I miss about New York, the other being bagels and my 2 friends that lived up there that I cared about. But other than that, New York, it's for the birds. But rainbow cookies were delicious, and they even I'm getting down like the rainbow cookies like rabbit hole. Like you could go to the like supermarket and get a cake that was rainbow cookie cake and stuff like that. It was amazing. So anyway, when this candle came out, I'm a little bit confused because it actually has pictures of macarons on it. And this from Yankee says that it is cookies so light and airy that they're ready to melt in your mouth, filled with citrus, peach, and sweet vanilla frosting. I mean, I get the vanilla. Right now I don't get the citrus. I don't get the peach. This is a very light smelling. Actually, when I smell the lid, I get a lot of the citrus. This is a very light smelling candle on cold. Like, I really have to get my nose in it. Now, granted, this is not the paraffin candle. This is the tumbler with the like, what, I don't even know what kind of wax, the soy hybrid whatever wax, I'm not sure, but I thought this was gonna be a really nice delicate candle, and it's pink. So I'm looking forward to burning this as well. I have 2 wax melts that I'm going to be working with this month, and they're both items that you can buy at Walmart. They're usually $3.33, and I think that they're part of their like they're all the time collection. What is that word? Permanent! Oh my gosh, I think it's part of the permanent collection that you don't have to like go only certain times a year and stock up. They're pretty much always there. The first is Sensationals Cupcake, and you get 6 wax cubes, and they come in this really pretty pink color. And this is just straight vanilla cake with icing. It's just basic, and what I mean by basic is that it's not fancy, it doesn't have exotic notes, and you could melt this alone, or you could use this as a mixer with other scents. Like if you have a scent that maybe in wax is too strong when you warm it, you could take a scent like a cupcake, because it's a more basic scent, and melt it with it, and it will decrease the intensity, bring it back to not, you know, like disastrous scent. You know what I'm saying? Like it will make it more easy to take in, versus sometimes when you melt wax, they're so strong. The strength, that is the word I'm thinking about, strength. It will decrease the strength of more intense wax melts. So this is one of the types of wax melts that are always great to have on hand if you're into wax, because you could just throw it in and it would decrease the strength. The next one that I have is also part of their permanent collection, and this one is an amazing scent. It is so good, and a lot of people that melt wax already know about this. It's not some secret. And people pay a lot for this type of scent when all you have to do is go to Walmart. And that's the Better Homes and Garden Sugared Lavender Twist. Now, I think this might be coming discolored because I've had it for a while, or maybe this is the color, but it is this like purple color. And I love lavender scents. Lavender and we go together like this. I think it's a very calming scent. I like it. And this is like a sweetened lavender. You really do feel that you're getting that lavender scent, but you're getting the sweetness from the sugar. And it's just a great scent. I have melted a clamshell of this before. It throws really well. It's going to scent your area perfectly. It's not overpowering. You know, it's calming, it's serene, it's everything. And this is also another one that you could use as like a mixer that you could throw in with some of your stronger scents to kind of bring it back. But I am going to be melting these in February. I realize right now I have one additional candle that I forgot. It's down in my collection, but I will bring it out. It is a Daylight from Kringle candle of fresh baked bread. I talked about Kringle Daylights before. They're very small. They're only 1.25 ounces, but they're a great way to go ahead and sample candles. So I will bust that out when I'm also burning my French baguette and have like a little bakery going on here. So that is that. So those are my candles and wax picks for February of 2019. If you liked this video or found any of the information helpful, please think about giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing. And until next time, I hope you guys all stay well. Bye!